For the supply chain team, there's really the big two initiatives, and it's strategic sourcing, which that's how do we leverage each other, how do we get best practices on how to source not only material, source with our vendors who supply us people, and also looking at our relationship from a contract perspective with our suppliers, improving that, capturing best practices. So that's number one. Number two is material cost reduction. And that really goes back to how is it we're getting our supplies, our parts, etc. And is there ways we can leverage each other, or is there ways we can reduce the cost of materials? For example, use commercial grade dedication instead of just going and buying things safety related, doing that ourselves. Those two areas that we're working on, both strategic sourcing and material cost reduction, those look like multi-million-dollar savings potential for our industry. The supply chain area has a whole lot of people that touch it. Not only us as industry, but then we also have many vendors, and also a lot of our corporate groups touch supply chain. So we're going to have to make sure that we keep everybody in the loop, and that's going to be a challenge because you know how many vendors we have. And we need our vendors to come along with us on this journey, both in the supply chain area and the whole nuclear promise area. So we're setting up various methods of communicating. We're going to have a meeting here in June and go through every single nuclear promise item for the suppliers to make sure they understand where we want to go as an industry, and then also how they can help us get there. So the big key is communication and keeping everybody aligned. And if you look at our industry over the years, we've layered on additional layers of process, oversight, to the point where the things that are important and the things we just do start to look like they're the same thing. So the whole point of the nuclear promise is let's remove some of those unnecessary or low value layers that we've put in our organization, so we can turn our energy into focusing on the things that are most important, specifically safely running our plants. I don't think we'll ever be done delivering the nuclear promise. That's going to be ongoing and really should be part of how we think about our business forever. Success looks like we've got cost under control, we're running our plants safely and correctly, and we're still part of the whole energy mix in the future.